dreams. I have felt your fears. I have returned through the fog from far and near. I sense the presence of the witch that has cursed this town, has spread across time and space and the most hallowed grounds. I have been summoned to offer a glimpse of this vile witch that descends, for she is here, where nightmares never end.
We just walked through the Ghost Town Street Scare Zone. This one is like the original, is the scare zone that started it all. So bands of half-human, half-animal monsters prowl the streets and inhabit the fog. We're heading into our first maze, the Origins, the Curse of Calico. Pierce the veil of time and discover the secret of the evil fog that hangs over Knott Scary Farm. Unearth the sinister paranormal activity that plagues the town as Sarah Marshall is put on trial for her suspected crimes of witchcraft. All will be unveiled when the Green Witch rises up and curses the townsfolk, transforming all who've accused her into a wicked horde of malicious creatures with an eternal quench for the living. I thought that was a great one to start with, Origins. It kind of goes through the whole story of, you know, Sarah Marshall, which is the witch, who's like a legacy character here. A couple people got us pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to try to rank these on like a scariness scale. This isn't compared to anything else, but let's just say like a 5 is like average scary. I would say that was above average. I would give it a 6. I give it an extra point because there was someone in there on a zip line like above us. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So next I think we're going to head into Grimoire. Turn the page and enter the world of an ancient relic whose dark stories exist purely to turn your greatest nightmares into a reality. Try to escape the horror of the evil creatures released by the mysterious book, or have your soul eternally trapped within the pages of the next chapter.
Is filled with a thirst for blood. Grimoire!
I was really impressed. It was a cool story.
Yeah, something that I think they like to do here at Knott Scary Farm is they like to stalk you in the mazes. Like someone followed me through like 2 or 3 rooms, so that was kind of scary. Yeah. I think the set is incredible. So something also here at Knott Scary Farm is they do repeat these haunted houses year after year. So like these are permanent sets. They do have a couple new houses this year, but I thought the set was incredible. I thought the story was really cool. You walk through a tent, which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, that was different, and the soundscapes are incredible. It really keeps you on edge.
But I'd give it a 6.5 for scariness. So we did do the all-inclusive bundle for Knott Scary Farm, which means we get to have a meal included in our ticket price. So we just stopped at the I think it's the Prop Pizzeria. We could have gotten like pizza or a salad or pasta. So we chose pasta. I just got penne pasta with marinara and some grilled chicken. Oh yeah, that's good. Nice standard like theme park pasta. I think it's gonna fill me up. It's got some protein on it to keep me full, so it's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'm sorry if it's loud. I think there's a scare zone right over there. I think that's the Gore-ing 20s. We'll go there in a minute.
And I picked up the Scalp Sarah pasta, which is like an angel hair, bolognese sauce with meatballs. Ooh, that's delicious. Yeah, it's almost like an angel hair ramen combo as far as the pasta. It's got a little kick to it, but I like it.
We're gonna head into the Gore-ing 20s scare zone, step back into the dark decadence of a bygone era as the newest scare zone. The Gore-ing 20s terrorizes even the bravest and most brutal souls.
Can I help you?
Sinners and heretics everywhere.
The next maze of the night is room 13. Violent murders at the Blind Tiger interrupt the Prohibition-era revelry on Memory Lane. A dangerously addictive new cocktail named the Devil's Elixir seems to be at the root of the mayhem, but where did it come from? The answers may lie at the heart of the extravagant Argive Hotel, where many have checked in, but none have checked out.
What are these monsters? Is that monsters?
We've been barricaded in here for years. Everybody in the hotel are psychopaths. You have to understand.
I think that one is my favorite themed maze so far.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was that scary. What did you think?
A few little scares, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, I'd give it a 5.5. So probably the least scary one. So far, but my favorite theme so far. So it gets points for that.
Yeah.
I got the words, I got the tune. I've been rehearsing under the moon, but I got nobody to hear my tune, so
We're in one of the stores here by the Gore-ing 20s Scare Zone, and they have a bunch of artwork for Not Scary Farm. So they have it looks like the bride and room 13 specifically for that maze, and just some like generalized Not Scary Farm artwork. They've got some for the Scare Zone CarnEvil. This looks like one of the bellhops maybe, or it says box office ghoul. And even more artwork items over here. Dance with the Devil, that's kind of cool. It's got like a little record in there. Another one for CarnEvil, the Bronx Ghost Town. And they have some like figurines, sculptures and things over here that you can purchase. That's really cool. You can bring home a piece of artwork with you. Our next scare zone is CarnEvil. Knott's Boardwalk is taken over by CarnEvil, where the freak show is the main event and countless deviant clowns crave your undying attention.
Did not like me afterwards. Whoa! Okay, all right, let me try some moves, all right?
The next maze we're headed into is Mesmer, the sideshow of the mind. Within the canvas tent lies the secret of the most potent force in the universe, the human mind. Give in and succumb to the hypnotist Mesmer and his sinister sideshow as it pries on your hidden fears. Release your inner thoughts and descend into a world of madness, torture, and eerie enlightenment. There you will uncover the grotesque secrets hidden as you brave through the most terrifying show ever created.
No end in sight.
It had some real oddities, real like freaky, weird stuff in it, but it was pretty cool.
You know, there was that cool kind of trippy part where you walk through and it seems like the floor is moving, and there was a really cool animatronic at the end. Yeah, I don't think it was super scary, maybe a little bit scarier than Room 13, so I think we're going to give it a 5.8. Next, we're going to head to Cinema Slasher. Embark on a journey through the Midnight Theater, entering horror film worlds where you must survive the deadly slasher's rage. Can you escape these movie nightmares, or will you be trapped among decaying corpses in the ruined theater? The sinister Midnight Theater beckons the brave into the Cinema Slasher.
Let's go to the lobby. Look at my friend, I need help!
That one is my favorite one so far. There was one scare in there that got me really good. Like, I screamed. What did you think?
I thought it was really cool. You go through a lot of different movie theaters that are all showing a certain kind of scary movie, and dead people all over the floor, and lots of the props were pretty good. I had a few good scares too.
I loved it. I think we'll give it a 7.5. Scariest one and best one so far. Next, I think we're going to head into the Gauntlet Scare Zone. In this reimagined version of the fan favorite, classic characters return to invade Camp Snoopy, but with an updated twist. Guests will again encounter the king and queen of the realm, maniacal jesters, brutal barbarians, wicked wizards, and lawless peasants, but they've all returned with an onslaught of fresh terror. All hail the king or suffer the wrath of the Gauntlet. Okay, next maze is the Chilling Chambers. Venture into a hellish trip down memory lane in the Chilling Chambers. Guided by the menacing Crimson Lord, you'll face a collection of the most infamous monsters and themes from Not Scary Farm's horrific history.
I don't know what they do.
I thought that one was really cool because every single room was very different. There's a great variety in there.
I loved it. Yeah, that might be my favorite house so far. And it has a cool scene at the end where it kind of, tombstones to the previous houses that are no longer here. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now next we are going to head to another scare zone called Forsaken Lake. This unearthly scare zone is making its sinister return to the park, Forsaken Lake. Once again, the lake underneath Silver Bullet reveals the horrors and creatures it's kept hidden until now. Forsaken Lake will unleash gothic creatures which have been ravaged by the dark and murky waters as they wander their crypts, preying on unsuspecting visitors looking for victims to drag back to their watery graves. Okay, we have 4 mazes left. They are on the left-hand side, like when you walk into the park. They are all situated in the back. So the next one we're going to go to is Mary Haunting of Worth Home. This is a new maze. Venture into that creepy house at the end of the street. Within the walls hides a terrifying secret. No one foolish enough to go in there has ever come back out alive. But I'm sure this time it'll be different, right? Be careful not to stare into the mirrors too long. You never know what's staring back at you from the other side.
Those holes, like they have shaped me.
lot of things hanging that were like furry and fuzzy, and I don't like that, so that scared me a little bit. There was a really good animatronic at the end.
It was a little hot in there, so a little like claustrophobia inducing, but yeah, I liked it overall.
Yeah, I think we'll give that one a 6.3. The next maze we're going into is Widows. Can you hear that? The spider-possessed residents of the convalescent home are preparing a special place for you. Enter their web and succumb to their dark desires.
Grandma's so happy you're here.
The time for the awakening is nigh.
Oh, I still feel like there's stuff crawling on me.
Oh, yeah.
That was an absolute nightmare for me because I hate spiders, I hate bugs. But I guess it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, I thought it was a little creepy. It didn't have a lot of jump scares, but it was just creepy overall.
Yeah, there's just like a lot of things like touching you and hanging from the ceiling and stuff. But I think we're gonna give it a 5.6.
Yeah.
The next maze is the zoo. This is a brand new maze. Something has taken over the abandoned zoo. What was once a lively showcase of exotic animals has been transformed into a terrifying laboratory of animal-human experiments. Hybrid creatures have turned on their creators, and the compound is crawling with mutant soldiers, thirsty for revenge. Rumors are swirling that the mutated monsters are planning something that will change everything.
Well as access to abundant fish, their primary.
I thought that was the scariest one so far and like the goriest. What about you?
Yeah, it had some crazy looking creatures and giant animatronic thing at the end that's just very scary.
The thing about all these mazes at Knott Scary Farm is like they just keep going on forever and ever and ever, and like they just never end. And I think that makes them a lot scarier. I hear that after 11 o'clock, all you have is a flashlight to go through it. I'm intrigued by that. Maybe we'll have to do that one again on the way out. And the next maze we have is 8 Fingers 9, the Boogeyman. Step inside a living fairy tale in a colonial township that's under siege by an inhuman monster that preys from the dark. As night descends, 8 Fingers 9 emerges from the shadows in search of fresh meat. His vicious bite penetrates deep, causing sleep paralysis, which holds his victims in sway while he slowly consumes their flesh. Step lively and beware the dark, or you may be the main course at his next meal. And that one was really cool. It was kind of giving me like fairy tale vibe. There were some cool animatronics in there. Some pretty good jump scares. I liked it.
Yeah, there were a lot of jump scares like from up above, or just kind of they'd come out and have long hair and the hair would touch you, and just scary, yeah.
There was someone on stilts at the end that got me really good, but we're gonna give that one a 7.8. Okay, so they're doing this really fun thing starting at 11 p.m. You can go through the zoo and it's lights out and they give you a flashlight. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, that was the scariest house of the night. I'm giving it like a 9.5 out of 10. What did you think?
Yeah, it totally changes it. I mean, the house is not pitch black, but just not being able to see around the corner, that sort of thing, and then the light suddenly hits someone that's about to jump out at you, it adds a whole nother level of scariness.
Yeah, that was so scary. I loved it. That was so much fun. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Wow, so creative.
Oh,
love
yeah.
it, love it. So we're back here in the Not Scary Farm Legacy store, and they have a bunch of merchandise. They've got some up here on the mannequins. They've got a Not Scary Farm spirit jersey, a Not Scary Farm one themed to one of the houses, the Origins, the Curse of Calico. Another one, it's very colorful. It's where nightmares never end. They've got a whole wall over here of different t-shirts. Looks like they have Tales from the Crypt. Elvira, she is a icon of the event. There's so much merchandise, we're not going to be able to show it all, but here's kind of like the highlights of like all the shirts they have hanging up. So they have some shirts themed specifically to the new houses. Mary, the Haunting of Worth Home. Oh, and look, they have a Loungefly, a compliant Loungefly that you can purchase that's see-through, because you have to bring a clear bag to come into Not Scary Farm if you want a larger size, so you can purchase that. This one is like sparkly. Look at the spirit jersey. It says Not Scary Farm. It's like a sparkly black. Oh, that's so cool. On the back, it's a little witch riding a broom. It's really cool in here. It's like really themed. Lots of like props set up and tons of merchandise. However, there was a t-shirt that I wanted. It was the Cinema Slasher shirt. I'm not seeing it here, but I did buy it earlier when I saw it. But here's some more shirts here. This one is themed to the Sliders of the Night. That's something like really common here at Not Scary Farm. You're going to see sliders everywhere, people sliding on knee pads. Is that what they're called? Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots of cool stuff. I feel like you have to come here and like buy a souvenir as like a rite of passage for like making it through all the houses. Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff in here. This is crazy. Oh, I love these little things. Like these little houses that you can set up. Little villages. That's cute. These little plushies are so popular. These little bag charms. Oh, these are so cute. Well, I'm not finding the event t-shirt. I'm sure that I've missed it somewhere. Let me see if it's over here. But lots of different merchandise that you can purchase to prove that you came here. All right, I found the event t-shirt on the way out. It says Not Scary Farm 2025 on the front, where nightmares never end. And then on the back, it has all of the haunted houses and the scare zones. So that's cool. Yeah, it has all of them listed. Widows, Room 13, and then like some of the shows too, like Conjurers. Some of the scare zones like Ghost Town, Forsaken Lake. That's a pretty cool design.
Already wrapping up our night at Not Scary Farm.
We did get to do all 10 mazes, all the scare zones. We weren't able to catch any of the shows. It seemed like a lot of those were like earlier in the evening. So maybe, you know, if or when we come back, we'll definitely get those done. But did you have a favorite maze?
I think it was the zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the flashlight. That was a lot of fun. What was yours?
Cinema Slasher. I thought it was so campy. It was so fun. And I got really scared in there for some reason. So please let us know if you're heading to Not Scary Farm anytime soon. We would love to know. This was such a fun event for us to attend. And I would love to come back again in the future.
Me too.
Please be sure to like and subscribe. And until next time.
But there's one more thing.